well, Sean's telling us another Shaquille O'Neal story.
I'm not talking about Shaquille O'Neal. This is one time I'm not. But welcome to another episode of Off the Records with B Money, the Okan Man. Ow!
Oh, jumped right in.
See, this is great. It always feels bad when the person just gives you a dirty look.
Yeah, we have today, our guest is, do you want to say it, Sean?
I'll say it. Paul Rust.
The
Rust Man.
Yeah, that's good. Rust Man. I like that.
Old rusty bucket of bolts. How you doing, Paul?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks for doing it, man.
Of course. My pleasure.
Always love being around you.
Yeah. We used to, all three of us, we'd be able to see each other Sunday mornings in Nibley. What was that park called? Nibley Park?
Yeah. Nibley Park, the soccer team. And now all of our kids are playing for Angel City FC.
We were there at the beginning before our kids became soccer superstars.
Yep.
What have you been up to, Paul?
Gosh, I was just recently reminiscing about Nibley Park.
Just now?
Yeah. I remember Nibley Park was next, just a stone's throw away from the gas station in The Jerk, where
really?
Where he's like, he hates these cans.
Yeah.
Wait a second, that gas station when you pull into the neighborhood is The Jerk gas station? I never pieced that together.
But now you're like, wait a minute, the hill across the street and the church that's nearby, and
oh my God,
yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah, is that cool?
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
Jackie Mason's gas station.
So that hill, we could hide in the bushes with a gun and start shooting cans.
Yes.
And if the cops come, we say, "Hey, we're just doing an homage.
We're doing The Jerk."
Come on, haven't you guys seen The Jerk? I'm just shooting the cans.
The DC sniper was just a prolonged reference to The Jerk.
Oh, that's insane. So if anybody wants to go on a Hollywood tour of...
Yeah, I feel like that location is a little slept on in terms of the locations that people love in Los Angeles. But
well, there's the little train in Griffith Park, too. That's
right.
in The Jerk as well.
Yeah, I knew that, but I didn't know the gas station.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look at it with different eyes.
I mean, I'm going to go there right after this.
Let's all go there and get we'll go get some V8s and power bars or whatever. We'll try to act cool, though. We won't let the guy...
We don't want to be like, I mean, honestly, like as somebody, I grew up one town over from the Quick Stop from Clerks.
Sure.
And I don't want to be one of those tourists that are coming there to take their picture where Dante and Randall did their thing.
I saw it just over the weekend. I don't follow the View Askew-averse Reddit, but just popped up randomly because I guess I follow enough of Jason's stuff. And a girl took a picture of her and her friend outside the Quick Stop smoking a blunt. And I was like, whoa.
It's legal now in New Jersey.
That's right.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever told this story, but I grew up in the same town as Jason Mewes.
Oh.
And he lived in these like really terrible apartments on Creek Road. And one year we were trick-or-treating on Halloween, and we went to his door because we knew Jason Mewes lived there.
Yes.
And we were like obsessed with like Mallrats and Clerks and like... And we went up and we knocked on the door and we said trick or treat. And
you didn't say snoochies or boochies.
No, we did not say snoochies or boochies. We should have, because his interpretation of trick or treat has stayed with me forever. He goes, "You guys get a treat." Then he pulled down his pants and showed us his asshole. We were 11 years old.
He's bent over and spread his cheeks.
Showed us his asshole. And I told Kevin Smith this when Kevin Smith was on a show I was on. I was like, it was like a formative moment. And he was just like, well, he's in recovery now.
So he was probably high.
He was probably high on heroin. Showed a group of 11-year-olds who were so delighted at just seeing the long blonde hair, his asshole.
Well, so how was the hole?
Great hole.
Do you have an image in your head of what it looked like?
Yeah, I mean, it was a fully symmetrical hole.
Oh boy! Well, that's a good way to kick off a show.
Yes.
Paul, have you seen any famous people's buttholes lately?
That dog Benji.
Benji always
Hooch
has
from Turner and Hooch. Just, it's all dogs.
It would be so funny on like a TV edit if they just blur Benji's asshole.
any cat in a movie.
Yeah.
Well, we got so Paul, you came. We're gonna listen to. You picked out a record.
Yes, I did. Gallagher.
Gallagher's self-titled.
Self-titled. You guys know comedy albums. How often is it album self-titled?
You have to be, I think, a big star to have a self-titled comedy album.
That also feels like a missed opportunity for an extra joke. You
Yeah,
know?
I mean,
Right.
this, and also, yes, exactly. Like it's usually hinting at their big bit.
Yeah.
This, I think, to me, just looking at, there's two sides. There's 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But I think this might be the third best Gallagher album after Definitely Maybe and What's the Story, Morning Glory.
Oh, so is this his first album?
No, this is, but this is at the height of his.
Yeah, what year is this?
1980.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is like the height of Gallagher. And do you have like any attachment to Gallagher?
I went and saw Gallagher when I was in college, and my friends and I, we sort of had like our own little arms race for Gallagher videos where you would see them and buy them and then like pick them up, and you're like, oh my gosh, I finally got Over Your Head. And so we had been collecting Gallagher tapes, and I think that probably came from when I was a kid. You go into a video store and the Gallagher tapes look so funny. Yeah,
They do, and they're like they were kind of the only stand-up tapes, so it was like
Yes.
they stood out a little bit.
yes, yeah. It'd be kind of rare to like go into a video store and see.
Yeah, like Paula Poundstone.
Yes. And you'd look at the backs too, and it looked cool. Like you'd have a big couch or something like that, or holding a big toothbrush.
I mean, prop comedy at its core is like, I think, the funniest thing imaginable. Like, I know
It is.
on
Yes.
paper it works so well. In
Yes.
practice, it is exhausting. But like,
Yeah.
I saw Carrot Top in Vegas, and it was one of the most entertaining hour-and-a-half shows I've ever seen in my life.
I remember my mom bought me this terrible like DVD when I started doing comedy for Christmas one year, where it was like
Wait, you started doing comedy for Christmas?
yeah, for Christmas.
That was your gift to
Yeah,
somebody?
Bob Geldof of the Boomtown Rats. He was like, we're trying to do a new thing instead of Do They Know It's Christmas? We're trying to get people to start doing stand-up. So I did it, me and, Sting and George Michael. And then, but my mom got me this DVD of like all these people. And the person that I most loved was this guy, the legendary Wid.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of him.
He was a Philadelphia prop comic, and no matter what, after he would take out a prop, he'd throw it away and then hold a duck over his head and go, "Duck," to the audience, and it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen.
That is really funny. Yeah, it is a maligned subgenre of stand-up, huh? As the prop comic, it seems they get the derision of most comic derision. They get the dislike, the hatred.
Well, I feel like, Gallagher is mostly known as a punchline of like, oh, what are you going to smash a watermelon on stage? Like, he's just been...
Yeah, which I think is unfair because I remember watching his specials on Comedy Central because they would always show like these big, and they they had so much production value. But also I remember as a kid being like, when's he gonna do the watermelon?
Yeah.
Like the watermelon wasn't the whole thing.
Well, that's what's confusing, I think, to kids, because if you're at a video store and you see the melon crazy...
Yeah, his head
cover,
painted
it's
like a watermelon.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this looks fun, and then you watch it, and you're like, what the hell is he talking? Like, why?
Yes.
This, I thought this was going to be a guy smashing himself in the head with a hammer.
Like,
or,
who the hell is who is Gerald Ford?
Yeah,
What
right.
are you talking
like,
about?
what is? Why is he? He's got all these great props, but why is he talking about what he's talking about?
Yeah. When I was in college, that I heard that I was going to school in Iowa City, And in Des Moines, which was like 3 hours away, Gallagher was coming. So we were all like, oh, let's all go to Gallagher. And before the show, he came out into the lobby. We got our picture taken with Gallagher. And when he takes a picture with a group of people, he likes to do this thing where everybody's like in an a cappella group, I guess, or like a barbershop quartet. You stand in a line with your arms outstretched.
Okay.
So I have a picture of me and my 3 buddies and Gallagher. And then we had him sign our tapes. I have a autographed video of Gallagher. And whenever we give him a tape, he's like, "That's an old tape. You gotta buy a new tape." Like he was upset that we owned his work. And then we went in, and it's a lot of not watermelon smashing. And then when he did smash a watermelon, he like had a heart surgery in the last 10 years, and he was like, "My doctor tells me that you can't, that I can't smash watermelons as frequently as I used to. So if it's your birthday, you can come up and smash a watermelon on stage." And I lied and said it was my birthday. So I went up, and I got to hold the Sledge-O-Matic, which was pretty
God.
cool. It's like holding the sword of King Arthur. and I remember I brought it up and brought it down, and it only hit like 20% of the watermelon, and then the big part that I didn't hit just kind of like fell off the pedestal, and my friends booed me. But the last detail I'll share about Gallagher, and the last detail, that movie was based on my experience. Gallagher show. So he wheeled this thing out, and he was like, "I just got this." And it was like one of those big, at Spencer's Gifts, where the ball where you touch it and the little like electric beams come to your finger. But it wasn't quite that. And it was like he wanted his hair to stand up.
Okay.
And it wasn't like standing up. It was just like this really, it was bobbing. And he's like, "Ah." And then he said, "Somebody come up here. A kid come up here." And then a kid came up, and he had the kid put his hand on it, and the kid's hair went up a little bit. And I was like, "Okay, you're right, Gallagher, it worked." And then he's holding this handheld mic, and he's going back and forth between his mouth and the kid's mouth while he's like talking to him. And at some point, the kid's hand is still on the ball, and Gallagher puts the microphone over to the kid's face, and from like row 20, my friends and I, everybody in the audience, saw this like electric shock travel from the microphone to like the kid's mouth and like shock him. Okay. So the bit was already like horrible. Like, why are we watching any of this? And then it ends with, and then Gallagher, his heart was in the right place when it happened. He leapt away and went, "Whoa!" Like, didn't ask the kid if he was okay, and then went into this whole bit of like, "Now what you gonna tell the lawyer? Oh, that mean Gallagher put a microphone to my face." Like, it was completely unsympathetic to the situation. But when, you guys showed me a rich collection of records, and when I saw Gallagher, I was like, well, I'm gonna pick the guy who electrocuted a child in West Des Moines.
The only thing I really know about Gallagher is watching one Comedy Central special, and then also his WDF interview, where he is
of course,
he is so defensive from the jump, and it really seems like in his later years he became the guy who was really mad that a kid got electrocuted because he didn't do any research on something.
Yes, he got really angry and embittered. Like, you can listen to his interview on Stern, and he hates everybody. I don't think there's a single comic he respected. And it seems like it's like the dog at the dog pound who all the dogs bite, and then he hates all the other dogs. It's like he realized he was like like you said, like a punchline to other comedians, and so it warped him a bit, I guess.
He should have got a Vegas residency like Carrot Top, and he'd be happy.
He doesn't like Carrot Top either. Stern brings him up. He's like, he ripped me off.
Oh, he stole my bit. Yeah,
I mean, he stole my giant carrot. That's how you know a prop comic has like plagiarized you and they actually steal your props.
He literally broke into my car and stole a giant toilet seat that I made and put his head through it, and that was my closing bit.
Was the Sledge-O-Matic heavy?
It was, and yeah, it has the big. I mean, it's well loved. Think of all that Sledge-O-Matic has been seen by kings and queens around the world. Also, it occurred to me when you said before we start listening to this record, I was like, oh. Listening to a prop comic.
Never thought about that.
But
we have some ventriloquist albums too that we can listen to. So
he does have one-liners, and they do seem to be like one of my favorite stand-up tropes of the like. I'm a weird guy. I do weird things. You could take a page from me if you want to do a weird thing too. Like, do you ever? I like to do this. It's like you've never done it. It's all a lie.
I love that. We've talked about this. I think it was on Bruce Baum's episode where I'm like, I want this to come back so bad. Like, this is for free. You go into a plane, you go up to the pilot, you go.
The big one was, a cop pulls me over and he says, do you know how fast you were going? And I say it. I'm like, no. How many stand-ups have been asked how fast they're going and have a witty retort? But yes, he was big on that. So we'll probably hear some jokes like that. And I think he was also kind of like the weirdo philosophizer. Yeah. And my friend Chris told me his uncle said to him once, and I think this is a good description of Gallagher. Gallagher's not weird. He just shows us the weird things we do.
Well, let's see how weird it is.
Yeah, let's see how weird this guy is, or how weird we are.
People sit around and contemplate their navel these days. I contemplate my nose and note its imperfections. Do you think it's a good idea to put a wet, drainy thing like that upside down over your mouth? It's unsafe, it's unsanitary. If the health department saw it, you'd have 10 days to fix it or move out. But where else could you put your nose? Like every place out of the way's got kind of a stink touch. Couldn't put it around there and there. Couldn't put it back there. You could switch it with your belly button. That way your face would look like a bowling ball.
What?
But then every time you sneezed, your zipper would whistle.
He
Or
had
your
two
dress
funny
would fly.
words,
Go,
zipper and whistle. It was guaranteed that was going to get a laugh.
Eskimos would have to drop their pants to kiss. That'd be...
Naughty.
Burgess Meredith from
The penguins
move
there.
stuff around, wear something out to get some new, Send stuff out to get it chromed. Say you're laying in bed on a Saturday morning, your woman says, get your ass out of bed. You go, here, take it, leave me alone. You could ask her for a piece, you might just get it.
Is this bit about what if we had detachable asses?
I think so,
I was
yeah.
thinking the other day, if your knees bent the other way, what would a chair look like?
At the concert I saw, his ass routine was about these kids. They wear their pants in a way that show their guys, I'm not even going to go into it because it's pretty risque material.
He thinks the kids their pants are too baggy?
Yep. And he did a homophobic joke about how guys should wear their pants backwards for easy access through the fly hole or something. And my friends and I, we were watching this like old farmer, because in Iowa it's like anywhere you go, like half of the audience is just like farmers.
Yeah.
And we were watching this old farmer to see if he'd ever laugh at Gallagher, because he was just sitting there the whole time like so unhappy. And then when he said the thing about they should wear their pants backwards, we saw a smile run across the face of that old farmer. It finally cracked him up.
How does it work with overalls, though? If you wear those
with
backwards?
farmers, yeah.
I guess it works great because the overall, it only has a fly in the front, right?
Yeah, and I suppose the straps too.
It'll be easy.
There's flies on overalls?
I don't know. I've never really worn.
I've never worn them. I
mean,
thought
when
you
I was
had to undo both and then just let it fly in front of you.
Have you guys ever worn overalls as an adult?
I have.
How do they work, Paul?
You know what? In Inherent Vice, Owen Wilson wears some like white overalls, and I like those look pretty cool. So my wife Leslie, she got me some white overalls, and I think I wore them like the first 6 months of COVID, and then gave it up.
Just wore them around the house.
Yeah. But they feel cool.
I feel like I'm so prudish that I would probably wear jeans and then put the overalls over them.
It'd be a real mess down there. Constantly, you'd be so overheated. Well, how did the bathroom work for you then?
Oh yeah.
Did you just I mean, you're home all the time, so I guess you're not using any public restrooms.
Yeah, but the idea that it is dropping to the floor, this thing that's going to be on your shoulders next to your neck and face, was like a disorienting thing. Yeah.
So was there a fly on the overalls? There must be, right?
There was a fly on the
Okay,
overalls.
well, there you go.
There you go.
I'm glad we got to the bottom of that. Maybe we should get overalls, Sean. Maybe that could be our merch. We'll sell some overalls.
That's
for the
cool.
Paul. But maybe we have merch for each episode.
That's smart.
Yes.
Limited edition overalls. We'll have $100 a piece.
I would love your guys' like promotional poster to be both of you in overalls back to back.
Yeah, we could be putting our thumbs under the straps.
And then it could be like you're red with white stripes, he's white with red stripes, or some sort of color combo.
Well, yeah, we'll get you involved in the manufacturing of the overalls.
Thank you.
If you have time.
The only word you can't use. Sounds like it ought to be staffed by decorators instead of bureaucrats. Did you see like a decorator in charge of Hoover Dam? This whole wall has to go. Masonry. Windows, let in the light. I do that good, don't I? Well, I'm from Hollywood. Living in Hollywood's like living in a bowl of granola. What ain't fruits and nuts is flakes.
Not bad.
I was going to tell a Catholic.
Don't you have a bit
joke.
like
Any
that,
Catholic
Sean?
people
I do
here
not
tonight?
have a bit like that.
Do you mind if I go a little Catholic joke? This raggedy ass old nun.
Now I do have a bit like that. Where I'm constantly being like, this raggedy ass.
Did he said something about Catholics right before that, right?
Yeah.
Were we all raised Catholic, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was.
I was.
Yeah, we are on a Christian podcast network with this video.
So we're gonna burn this Gallagher record when we're done.
Yeah. Shame. There's some things you should never joke about.
Like,
The largest religion in the world.
Yes. Religion is nobody's. It's not for fodder.
yeah.
Yeah, it's for father. Reverend.
I will say there is some cleverness to the Hollywood thing. Like,
There's some cleverness to all of his jokes, I feel.
And you know what I like about it? He left no one out. He took all the prisoners. The flakes.
The fruits and those nuts.
Yeah.
And why do they call it a fast when it goes so damn slow? And when yogurt goes bad, how can you tell? Why do they call them buildings when they're already done building them? They ought to call them built.
We love you, Gallagher.
Crumbling over there. Yeah, I hate to go back to my act. It seems so boring. I just wanted to mention, how can a forest fire start from a little thing like a cigarette or a match? I can't get nothing happening in my hibachi with kerosene and hand grenades.
What's a hibachi?
They discover
Why are you using hand grenades?
You know what happened was when he said that first, the setup, and then waited like a minute, everybody else in the audience came up with their better punchline.
They did. He gave them too much time to beat Gallagher.
If it's your birthday, you can come up and say the punchline.
But I do think that is showing, like, I do think you're seeing a little bit of Gallagher here where he is,
Peeking behind the water.
yeah, like he's better than the audience. Like he thinks he's better than them, so he's like using these things like you're seeing like the real Gallagher where he's talking about like granola and they're like what, and then hibachi and like calling your grill a hibachi is so 1980s rich. It's
get your hibachi talk out of here.
Yeah.
buddy.
He's like subconsciously talking down to them.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I think he probably started to have contempt for his act and for his audience. But it's weird too. You're pointing out like his punchline or some of his jokes, they're not as good as like a Stephen Wright, but they're adjacent
It's in the
to
same,
that.
yeah.
But then Stephen Wright didn't like smash vegetables at the end of his set. Like it is a weird.
He did sing a song at the end of his album. He has that.
Really?
Yeah. If you listen to "I Had a Pony,"
No, he sings. That's good.
he sings a song at the end of the album, and it's not even like funny. He just sings a song that with an
Kinda like
acoustic
a-
guitar.
Hey, Rachel, dear, how I wish you were here. Hey, I can almost see you. Having sex with Rachel is amazing. It's like going to a concert, it really is. She yells a lot. She throws frisbees around the room. When she wants more, she lights a match. Hey, Rachel, dear, how I wish you were here. Hey, I can almost see you.
Rick will he finish his show with like a sincere, earnest performance of a song.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Entertainers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to go back to it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I want to see Matt Rife sing a song with an acoustic guitar. That's what I want.
That's what everybody wants.
Enough about your jobs and how
and
silly
then
they
do the
are.
reverse. So like the Rolling Stones do like a 2-hour show, and then the last 15 minutes each they pull the mic around and each member tells a joke.
Hey, Keith.
This raggedy ass motherfucker.
Hey, Keith. Keith, I heard you have trouble navigating to internets. Yeah, Mick. I'm glad you asked me that, mate. Internet's weird, isn't it, folks? That's a utopia that we should all live in someday.
Please. And a reverse and a Rickles. I've thought before like there should be a comedian named Ron Dickles, and he comes out and he does an hour of like sincere compliments to the audience, and then his last line is one insult.
Let's see how he. We're
You
almost to
need
the
to
end of
build
side
up your
one.
resistance to chemicals. See, if you lead a pure life, you don't get no chemicals, and then you get some of this by accident, it's going to lay your ass out dead. I'm building up my resistance right now. I read where lecithin could make you smart. Did you read that? You need 30 grams a day to be smart. Then they told you where you could get that lecithin, in eggs. Every egg contains 1.2. Sounds smart, you got to eat 2 dozen damn eggs. You got an exam, you want to be smart, you got to have an omelet the size of a throw rug. They don't figure you're going to figure this stuff out. Most of you people
An
college
omelet the size of a throw rug is a pretty funny image.
It's a funny
Yes,
image.
yes.
students, I don't like college
Nothing makes me laugh more than when you're listening to comedy or watching comedy and nobody laughs in the room. So he just says a joke and we all just sit here quietly like, yep.
All I know, the thing that my observation about that bit is, it started at a place where no one knew what he was talking about at all.
Grams of smarts.
Yeah, like, what did he say? Like, I just read an article about resuscitin. So Gallagher's too smart for me, I think.
Yeah, I think that's.
Yes.
But he had such a huge following, which is, like, who's the audience? I mean, he does have some clever thoughts, but some of it's like.
But here's the thing, like, I think anyone could be successful if you heard that there was a guy, like, in 1979 who was, like, at the end of his set, he throws a dog into a fan. It would pique your interest.
Yeah. Throws a dog into what?
A fan.
Oh, like a I wouldn't want to go see that.
Sean, I noticed at the beginning there, you did a little self-reference there. You said, so here's the thing.
Oh, here's the thing. That's the first time I ever met you.
That's right, in New York.
My old show in New York. Here's the thing. Rafifi, Sunday nights.
Okay. Is that a promotion?
It's a promotion. That is my plug.
Yeah, if you want to go to 2008.
Sean just got a new puppy.
Really?
And you want to know what he did to his puppy?
This is not true. Do not believe him.
You didn't get a new fan.
You know what he? Oh, we won't get into it. Yeah, I know. Maybe that's where the fan joke comes from.
I was trying to think of something to throw into a fan, and I chose dog.
Yeah, that's kind of a sick mind there at work. Let's see how this is the end of side one.
like a little flat person. Put the shirt and then the pants bent over the edge and went down. Then put the shoes next to the feet and put the socks in the shoes. Used to put my underwear in my pocket. I left it there. I figured it was a spare. Come in handy a couple times, too. A lot of coughing. You a smoker? You don't smoke? Well, you ought to. You already got a cough.
I love you, Gallagher.
I think you do. I'm gonna light up now. It'll make the last part of the show longer. I'm only doing this because of the law. If you don't use it on stage, you can't write it off your income tax. I ain't paying $50 a lid for shit not writing it off. I put it down under transportation.
I think he's smoking weed.
He's smoking a joint on stage.
And he puts it down as transportation on his taxes because
he rides high,
he's
flies
so
very
far
high.
out.
Takes him to another place.
How did he do that? That seems a little risky, Gallagher. Or the times just that different in early 1980.
This was probably recorded in California, where the cops aren't gonna, like, if this was recorded in New Jersey in 1980 and he smokes a joint on stage, the cops are just gonna be waiting for you.
Yeah.
They heard that's what you do.
It's not gonna.
I feel like at this point in time, Gallagher's untouchable. He is above the law.
Originally the remake movie in the 80s of The Untouchables, the main villain was going to be Gallagher.
Yeah.
And that scene where he hits the guy with the baseball bat, it was going to be cinematic.
A whole different movie.
I remembered a joke that Gallagher told at the show I saw him at. He had a really funny bit about that my friends and I referenced for years. It was about how he hates dreams. He doesn't like when he goes to sleep, he has to be hassled by dreams. And the example was like, I don't want to get chased and fall into a hole. It's like, that's your dream? Falling into holes. Freak. Do
you guys only have good dreams?
I crawl out of holes in my dream. No, I think the dreams I mainly remember are anxiety dreams.
That's what I remember too.
Yeah.
Is always just like late for a flight, can't find something, stuck in a place, can't get out.
Yeah, did you see did you guys ever see Mother! The Darren Aronofsky movie with Jennifer Lawrence? It's really good.
I have to see Mother.
I flipped out over it. I loved it, and it's the best recreation of anxiety dream.
Oh, I'll have to check it. I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, it's just the thing of like people keep coming over to the house and then they don't leave, and then more people come, and then I think they've gone, but then they come back more.
Honestly, all my favorite movies are about anxiety, or about inducing anxiety in myself. I love anxiety, I'm excited to watch this.
I feel I have a hunch. I feel like it's been a whole new the anxiety-driven movie or TV show seems to be like a thing that's only kind of really gained steam in the last 25, 30 years. I don't know what it says about these times.
but it is exciting because then people are finding the old like anxiety inducing films, like Sorcerer
Hours.
And After Hours and
After Hours.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, I love how that makes me feel.
Bo, did you guys see Bo is Afraid? That's like a 3-hour anxiety dream movie.
I kind of I've watched it in pieces.
Yeah.
I mean, the first 50 minutes was that's like anxiety level 1,000.
Yes.
There's parts that are murky for me still. Like I kind of zoned out for a few of it.
Yeah.
Have you seen Jacob's Ladder?
No.
Oh, really? The original Jacob's Ladder with
I've
Tim
never
Robbins?
seen
Have you
it.
ever seen that?
No, I remember the video box from Blockbuster and really wanted to rent it, and then my mom looked at it and she was like, no.
Oh, you should see it. It's one of my favorite movies.
Oh, cool. I know people love it, and I've never seen it before.
You should watch it.
He's a Vietnam War vet who gets like...
I just watch it. Yeah, I don't want to get into anything, but it's definitely a... anxiety.
Ooh.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. Adrian Lime.
yeah.
He directed it.
Yeah.
Tim Robbins.
Oh, so it's super sexy. He's like
not really.
Oh, because
It's
he's like
great.
the godfather of erotic thrillers.
Yeah, with
Oh,
Fatal
okay.
Attraction.
I mean, there's some stuff. It's fantastic.
Do you know he was the original director of Top Gun and
Really?
Yeah, and like got fired.
No, why?
I don't know. I
You
don't.
wanted Tom Cruise to have a boner.
Yeah, I can't remember.
All right, Tom. If you control the jet with your boner here, it would be like Adrian. This is not an erotic thriller. What was the rest of the
That's
Adrian
it.
line?
I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
I thought that was an interesting thing, like that our listeners.
Who wound up directing?
Tony Scott.
Oh, Tony Scott, also director of True Romance, one of my favorite movies.
Yes, that's
Just for that one monologue.
Oh, right, yeah. I use that monologue every time I meet a new person. I mean, everything about that movie's great.
It's great.
It's one of the best movies.
Another defining Bronson Pinchot role.
Yeah, I have him right there.
That's great because I texted Sean just to say because we were the ones texting together, you, me, and Brendan about doing the show, and then I just reached out to Sean this morning to be like, "Hey, I'm looking forward to the show." Then I was like, I think these two guys are really funny, and I sent a picture of the Perfect Strangers guys, and then Sean was like, "We've let down Bronson Pinchot," and then he's great in True Romance.
He's so great at True Romance.
Yeah.
He's so great in Beverly Hills Cop.
Like I have been watching Perfect Strangers and like True by myself, cackling out loud. Like it was, they had to do some plumbing. Water started shooting out of the toilet. I was like losing my mind. But watching Perfect Strangers, I'm like, oh, this is the only TV show where if I had my fancy, I could play both parts.
Oh yeah,
I could either be Larry or Balky. Which is,
I was thinking you should pitch that a remake. You could be Larry and get like Kumail or somebody to be Balky.
that's good.
I think reverse it.
Yeah, true. Actually, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I love the guy who gets the like Balky gets like idioms mixed up and stuff like get out of the city.
Yeah.
Stuff like that is so
it's
funny.
I love Perfect. Are you watching with your kid or are you just watching it alone?
I tried watching it with my kid and she was not.
Because we tried to do that. Like Nolan got really into sitcoms, but like so we've been burning through sitcoms that we find appropriate for him, and I was like, I wonder if Perfect Strangers.
Oh, it's perfect. It's so wholesome and for families and stuff.
Because this little motherfucker loves himself some Urkel.
I mean, I spent the whole week looking forward to Friday just to see Urkel.
And that's a spin-off of Perfect Strangers.
That's
No,
right.
is it really?
Harriet Winslow, the mom, is the security guard, Harriet Winslow on Perfect Strangers.
And the little like baton, whatever, that they do when they go from one show to its spinoff was Balky and Urkel 69. It's like a two-parter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that on YouTube? Where do you find? How many seasons did that go? All right, let's see how Gallagher wraps this up here.
My idea of roughing it is like black and white TV, I really feel tired after a good game. Do you? You people into sports much? Skiers? I don't like skiers.
He said Aspen.
Don't you think skiing's kind of dumb? You get up on top of a slippery mountain with sleds on your feet and you go down. Big deal. Try not to. Go up. That'd be a sport. Look at some bitch go up that mountain,
Not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
Not good.
But not
Another
bad.
dumb one.
Skiing uphill, it's not a
The
bad
object
idea
of the game is
for a
to do
competition.
the same thing over and over and over. Won't that be fun? Bowling is an excuse to get drunk. And drunk is an excuse for your bowling. Any you people into tennis?
That was it?
Object of the game. Hit the ball where your partner ain't, so they have to stop and walk after the ball.
I mean, I feel like a lot of these bits are good nucleuses for larger, like the bowling drunk thing. It's like you could do 15 minutes,
Yes.
like if you
There's-
explore that idea.
They're setups. There's
Yeah.
there's no punchline.
Right.
They're like icebreakers.
Yeah.
It's just like
Get the damn thing. Soccer to me is stupid too. Anytime something hits you on the head, that's dumb. I mean, your head, your brain, your intellect, it's you. And you go, there's the ball. I'll hit it with my head.
Try bringing that shit to Nibley Park on a Sunday morning, my man.
Now he's going after our kids. I can't stand for this. You went too far, Gallagher. This is why everybody hates you.
We lose something because we don't have our professional athletes competing. We got a bunch of college kids competing against their big guns, you know? They think they're tough shit. They ain't nothing. These Russians, they get their confidence up playing against us, you know?
Oh, boy.
In fact, I don't like it when they hear about the Army losing to, like, William and Mary. You ever see that? Why can't our service academies do better in sports? I mean, how in the hell good are they going to do in war if they can't win football or something? Against William and Mary? Sounds like a dull couple from New England. You know?
New England.
We always lose the biathlon.
You gotta do an act out.
Yes,
You can't just be like a dull couple from New England and not be like, what are William and Mary talking about, Gallagher?
I know.
It's right there.
I know when he said, how can we expect to win a war if you can't win football? You know, he goes,
We don't have guns and bombs in the football game.
I really thought it was going to become way more like jingoistic there. I thought we were going to see like his John Milius side where he's like pitching Red Dawn.
Yeah, I that'd be cool to see like a double header concert between him and like Yakov Smirnoff, and then it
Yes.
ends with them fist fighting.
That's Balboa Drago right there. What a country.
Have you noticed like in the 80s, like this really only existed from like January 1st, 1980 to December 31st, 1989, with like a comedian having a strange voice,
Yeah.
right? Like
Like Emo Phillips or whatever?
Yeah,
Emo,
Yakov
Bobcat,
Smirnoff, Bobcat, Pee Wee Herman, Judy Tenuta, like that was like a major Sam Kinison. Like their voice does something weird was like a major component of their comedy.
Yeah.
But then that died in the 90s. Like there's no
That's true, yeah.
or even today, who's the comic who's like, you know, part of what's funny is his voice is so goddamn weird.
Sebastian, I guess.
Sebastian has a little bit of that, but that's, I think, still the only one, because in the 90s...
Mitch Fattel, I guess, had that, and Hedberg had that.
It went completely...
Yeah, I like his voice. Yeah, right.
Hedberg had that, too, yeah. But, like, the 90s, it kind of went away outside of Hedberg.
Turned into, like, there's too many Starbucks everywhere, you know? There's a Starbucks inside the fucking Starbucks.
I mean, I was... I love that you made that like an aggressive guy when that is like Janine Garofalo's like that's her bit.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, no, but it's so funny because in my head I'm like Janine Garofalo changed comedy in the way where everyone had to be themselves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which I was about to say, but then you did Janine's bit as if it was like Colin Quinn.
I mean, I feel like I've heard multiple comics, like guys, like, you know.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. I think, like, and that became like the joke that everyone would like make fun of. Like, I think Todd Glass had the joke where he's like, next week throw one in my ass.
You brought up Pee Wee, though.
Yes.
And you worked with Pee Wee Herman.
That's right. Yeah. Your kids are big Pee Wee fans, yes?
My son is a huge Pee Wee fan. I'm a huge Pee Wee fan.
course.
On my birthday, his movie came out right around my birthday, and my brother and I rode our bikes, or we went and saw the movie the day it came out. Like
Foreshadowing.
Riding the bike. Yeah, was it there when you got out of the theater? Was it still there?
We may have taken the bus. I don't remember. I think we rode our bikes. But either way, Pee Wee was huge to me when I was a kid. We were exposed to him through the Letterman stuff. We were like aware of Pee Wee before Pee Wee's Big Adventure, and I always loved him.
Yeah.
always I would buy the big ear. I had all the props and stuff.
Well, it's funny. I guess because I recently, after the documentary came out, which was great.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic documentary. It's so funny. You watch like documentaries sometimes just because the content and the subject matter is interesting, but the actual documentary is like shit.
Yeah.
This was cool where it was like, oh, that's actually just it's its own piece of art. The documentary, it's really good. But I recently rewatched all of his Letterman bits.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like laughing out loud, and he when I was watching, I was like, oh, he's a prop comic, but he doesn't get crap about it. But all of his stuff on Letterman was always like taking out toys. I mean,
yeah.
I guess it was probably
Green screen stuff.
Yeah. I went to the Vista showed it last weekend, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, so I went and saw that, and I was with a sold out theater, and people were, it's 10 a.m. and people are like losing their minds, laughing and stuff. It was awesome, and go into those. They're really fun because like you'll maybe a few seats down, you'll see a kid like losing their mind.
Yeah.
And like during the studio like chase sequence, when the stuff that kept piling up, so like Santa then has a Godzilla, then he has surfers and stuff. Each time that went by, this kid was going crazy, laughing, and his parents were like looking at each other like, what? But that also happened. I saw Airplane at the New Beverly, and I sat next to two like brothers who were like 10 and 12. And to get to like live vicariously through like two brothers who are like cracking themselves up for the first time over like that actual shit hit a fan.
Yeah. And when you say brothers, you mean
Yeah. Did they talk jive?
It was the Mario Brothers. Their overalls reek. No, they had overalls. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, if you guys want to make overalls, then I'm gonna need an overall deal. Okay. All right.
You got us, Paul. So what was it? You worked pretty closely with Pee-wee. You helped him write you wrote the
Pee-wee's Big Holiday movie, the third one, and then Paul and I got put together, and then we wrote that for like 5 years, and then after that was done, then he was just my buddy. It was the best.
What was your relationship like? Like, would you go over to his place?
Yeah. I'd go over. He used to live nearby the UCB, so sometimes I would just like if I had a show, I'd leave a couple hours earlier and then go over to Paul's house and hang out with him for a bit and talk, and then it was great. Like when we were working together too. Also, when I would just come over and hang out, he would like make tacos, and we'd watch Extra and like laugh at Mario. Like we loved Mario Lopez. We thought he was such a funny figure, and the way their patter was like so funny to us. Like this sort of like wholesome, but like we're in the biz kind of was very charming to us. But I mean, he was the best, and I stayed in touch with him until the very end. I mean,
was he something that I really loved about the documentary was just seeing him like kind of busting the filmmaker's balls a little bit. Was he like that? Like, because I found that to be so great, like, and I was like, oh my god, I fucking love him even more now. To see this side of him where he's like really poking buttons, and I'm like, that's my favorite thing in the world.
That's like
today.
a Balky thing you just did, poking buttons.
Why?
Pushing buttons.
Oh, I poke buttons.
You could be. That's
You
the show.
push buttons?
Forget about Kumail, Paul, and
Wait
Paul.
a second. Let me get this straight.
Cousin Larry, you're poking a lot of buttons here.
You push buttons?
Oh, no, but yeah, he was a little stinker, and he liked having fun, like being a little stinker. And watching that documentary was like surreal for that, because there was some stuff that I was like, oh my gosh, this is like totally. But also though, it was shot like Errol Morris style, where the person's like looking right in the camera. So that was weird. I went and saw it in a theater, and like sitting there and just having like a big Paul head, like looking right at you, talking, but talking in the way I usually heard him talk. But like, the first like 2-3 months that we worked together, it was like I would just be like staring at his face and being like, oh, his mouth is moving and words are coming out, and then I'd be like driving home and like trying to get my senses back together. It was just really. I never had that experience with anybody ever.
When he was on Broadway, a friend of mine played Cherry. I'm friends with a puppeteer guy who wound up being Cherry on Broadway. So he was friends with Pee Wee.
Yeah.
I'm friends with all these people who are friends with Pee Wee. I never got to fucking hang out with him.
He was the best, and did so many stuff that would crack me up. Like we'd be at his place, and like at a certain hour, you know, like when it gets cold enough, like the heat would kick on, and he'd cue up the song "The Heat Is On." So yeah, it was good. It was good.
Well, enough about Pee Wee. Let's get back into the real
into
hero.
the real genius, Gallagher.
Then Joe DiMaggio says Mr. Coffee's the best he's ever tasted. Now, Joe DiMaggio was married to Marilyn Monroe. Come on, Joe, you have tasted better, boy.
Her vagina tastes like coffee.
I wish there was a knob on the TV so you could turn up the intelligence. They got one marked brightness, but it don't work, does it?
Tell him, Gallagher.
Tell him.
Most commercials are an insult to my stupidity. They'll say things like, "Do you need a pain reliever that works?" Impotence got you down?
Not bad stuff.
Constipation a problem? What are you gonna say? No, I dig it.
Dig.
Is it hard to meet a girl with acne? No, I meet them all the time. See, commercials are supposed to be an example for society. They're supposed to tell you how to act. And they don't always do this. There's this girl gets a new watch. She shows it to another girl. The other girl's impressed. She goes, "Oh, wow, a new watch." The girl goes, "I was hoping for a Longines." What a bitch. New watch ain't good enough for her.
Pretty harsh.
Yeah. Sometimes white people embarrass me.
All right, now we're talking. Sean, listen up.
He's going, whoa,
He's talking
Kyla.
to you now.
A lot of them are just plain ignorant, too. Here's a dog we fed Alpo dog food. Here's a dog we didn't feed. Look how much friskier the Alpo dog is than the dead one over here.
Wait, how did that relate to
We
race?
stretch this bra between these two Mack trucks.
I have no idea how that
show
white
you
people annoy me.
That was a weird introduction to that bit.
They're always either feeding one dog and letting one starve to death. Oh, whites.
Yeah, I don't know. Where was the... will he get to it by the end of the record?
When I need a laxative, I want a bomb. I mean, rough me up, you know?
Hey, he's having fun. I liked his little laugh there. That's nice.
Now, sex pervades our society completely.
Yeah, I guess the white people thing he
Sports
equates with
is
feeding
where it
dogs
is now.
Alpo for some reason.
Everybody that's
Maybe
good
in the
sports
commercial
somehow
he's
assumes
talking
good
about it was
in
all
I don't believe that.
white people.
I mean,
Being good
every
at sports.
commercial at this time was all white
I don't
people.
know why that particular one got his ire.
Or a swimmer, when he gets to the headboard, does a flip turn, come back for another lap, you know? And I wonder, does a rodeo cowboy think 9 seconds is a long ride?
Okay.
Gymnasts, though. I bet gymnasts are real good.
Woo!
First-hand knowledge here. Are you better than Nadia? Nadia's a perfectionist. Imagine that guy is a 10. Wow, Nadia, that was perfect, you know. You even pointed your toes, you little devil. That full twisting dismount wasn't bad either, babe.
You crazy for that one,
Guys, you
Gallagher.
got to give it up. Come on.
I keep expecting him to mic drop it and be like, thank you, good night, but he just keeps going.
We're at the end.
Escalating.
Well, it's about time for me to cut out.
Hey, you guys have a perfect sense of comic timing.
As
Look at you
can see,
two. You
performing
both
for me is a
knew.
sexual experience. I'm done before you are. Before I go, I'd like to impart some last few words of wisdom to you. I want you to always remember, never let your mother brush your hair when she's mad at your dad.
Whoa.
Children who have a well-balanced breakfast before school are the only ones who throw up in gym class. That guy who said bird in the hand's worth two in the bush ain't been putting his bird in the right bushes. I want you men to remember that sex is a Chinese dinner for two. It ain't over till you both get your cookies. I want you lovers to be fair. Let the other one sleep in the wet spot half the time.
God.
This has been more than a thrill for me. This has been an inconvenience. See you later. Good night.
You know what?
That's his last parting words is like,
The wet spot.
well, but also this has been an inconvenience for me to do a show for you morons.
But here's the thing. Here's what he
That's
actually.
the title. This has been an inconvenience for me.
He kind of won me over where he's like, we all should come. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't hear many comedians doing that back then.
That's true.
No one's thinking about the female orgasm except for Gallagher.
Yeah.
I mean, what was the watermelon smash, but then thinking about
Get your minds out of the gutters.
he's
on,
using
guys.
a long mallet to create a juicy explosion.
This man has created a lot of wet spots.
That's why everybody brought those like plastic sheets
Yeah,
up
yeah.
for rows. I liked his style too. Like I feel like a lot of comics don't make the most of like that. Their look could be like a distinct. Like I like his little beret that he would
Yeah.
Oh,
wear.
the beret, which
The beret is signature.
I think the beret is incredible. Like, I think, especially because when you really think about it, like when people talk about how comedy is art, he's kind of confirming it because he's wearing a beret.
A Picasso, like he should be holding a little one of those wood.
Oh, yeah, like
What are those called? The wood thing with the hole
with all the paint on it. Like they hold like when they're doing the
Oh,
paint
a palette.
a palette. Yeah.
I mean, I know pallets on the dock, but yeah. And then he's got a vest and then a turtleneck.
Was a
Cool.
vest always his thing? I picture him isn't he wearing suspenders in the watermelon thing?
Yeah, I guess he does do suspenders sometimes. So something's covering his shoulders.
Yeah, he's got like a strap thing or some kind of a thing going on.
He was also in Make Me Laugh. Did you guys ever watch that when you were a kid? It was like a game show where the contestants sat there and then the comics would come out and tell them jokes. And if you smiled or laughed, you would
right.
like lose.
I loved Make Me Laugh, and now like that would be my worst nightmare.
Oh
of
my God,
having
can
to
you
do that,
imagine?
like. Because everyone who would always be really good at it it was like you were a Harlan Williams type where you
Right.
could
Yes.
you'd be like banana suspender.
Well, I wouldn't last a second there.
I don't think you would last a second anyway. You're always laughing at everything.
I know.
Well, I think that's thanks for doing this, Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you guys. What a hoot. I was going to say it was a hoot, but I think it was a hoot and a half. Yeah.
It was, yeah. I
This
think
was the most fun.
we
I
keep topping ourselves every episode.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Do you have anything you want to talk to promote or anything like that?
Well, I guess if I'm on your guys' podcast, I do a podcast called With Gourley and Rust, and it's about horror movies, and we talk about horror movies.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So people can listen to that with Matt Gourley. He's very funny.
Yeah, well, watch Jacob's Ladder. That would be a good one. That kind of falls into the horror.
That's very
yeah.
good. And we've watched a Lynn before. We watched Fatal Attraction, which that's a doozy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Sean, do you have any Shaquille O'Neal projects that you need
No,
to
no
get off your chest?
Shaquille, no Shaquille O'Neal projects. I have not worked with him since 2012.
Well, then, thanks for listening, guys. Keep whoever.
Oh
Everybody.
yeah, no, like it and write reviews.
Yeah.
And yeah, this was another Off the Records with B Money and the Oka Man. Oh, woo.
Woo! Write a letter to your congressman. Tell him. All right, love you. Goodbye.